You're not lazy. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not a failure. You just haven't been utilizing the right tools yet to get the results you want. What's up, my good people? This is Joey Young, and today I'm talking about the 3 key mental shifts to get better results. This is how the people who are leaders in their fields and masters of their craft get such high results while making it look easy. And I'm drawing on all the research I've done on these high achievers, as well as my experience building my business and working with my professional results clients. And hey, if you like this type of content, please do me a favor and hit the like button right now. I would be extremely and eternally grateful. So we're going to jump into the first key shift. The first one is to treat every circumstance as an opportunity. You know, every time something happens to you, which happens a lot in life, we have many situations that we can't control. We're actually being tested. We're being asked in that particular circumstance, what are you going to do to leverage this circumstance for opportunity and growth? We're being asked what we can create of the circumstances that we're in. And if we think about it like a test, it almost becomes like a challenge or an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to progress towards our results. So whether we're laid off from our job, or we're given an impossible task by our boss, a big project, or maybe our business has stopped getting leads, we have to think to ourselves, not, oh, this sucks, like, I don't know what to do, nothing is going well in my life. We have to think to ourselves instead, what could be the opportunity for growth here and expedited realization of my results because of this particular circumstance? And that one single shift could completely change the emotional landscape of your life if you just look at circumstances from a different perspective, from an opportunist perspective. So the next time that a situation hits you in the gut like a freight train, just stop for a second and breathe. And stop the spiraling from happening, first of all. Don't let yourself get caught up in the negative trails of thought that can sometimes happen. Secondly, when those situations happen, think to yourself some really high quality questions. Think, how can I leverage this circumstance for opportunity and growth? That's a really good question. Another great question is, what benefit does this circumstance bring to my life that wouldn't otherwise have been there? What opportunity or benefit does this circumstance bring to my life? And what that will start to do is start to get your brain to think, okay, maybe this isn't the worst thing that ever happened to me. Maybe this is an opportunity for advancement. And then you'll start to think of ideas, and you'll start to progress in your thinking towards opportunities and situations that you may have not seen originally. And then the third step, after you've identified those opportunities, is to take action, is to put your hand in that lever and to start moving it so you can take advantage of the circumstance and the opportunity that it brings. And I guarantee that one shift could be a game changer in your work, in your career, and in your life. So that's the first mental shift. Okay, so the second mental shift is to constantly be upgrading your key skill areas. Think about your key skill areas as a goal. Tell me, why are the names Cristiano Ronaldo, Steve Jobs, John Maxwell, Will Smith, why are they household names to us? Why do we know them? Well, they've simply upgraded their skill set. They have mastered a particular skill. They have a high level of competence in the things that make them successful in their particular careers, whether it's soccer or leadership or product design or acting, whatever it is, they have dedicated themselves to mastering those things to a world-class level. And if we can do the same things, we can get the same results. So if we can master whatever the key learning and skill areas are in our particular field, we can also become leaders in our field and advance more quickly in our careers and in our businesses. So what do we do? First of all, we've got to identify the key skill areas that are important to our career or our business. What are those things that would cause you to have the most success if you were to master them in your specific role? So you can ask yourself, what skill, if I mastered by the end of this year, would cause the greatest advancement in my life and my career? What competency could I develop in the next 12 months that would bring the most results in the key result areas at my business? So once we know our key skills, we have to set a goal to that key skill. So we're going to ask ourselves, how can I make this skill specific? How can I make it very clear when I've achieved competency in this area. And so whatever way you can do it to make sure that you know if you've developed that competency, that's the first step you got to take. And then attach a date to it. So now you have a key skill that is very measurable, so you know when you've achieved it, and you have a date and a deadline to learn it. And then you can start to develop milestones, and you can start to develop a curriculum for yourself to learn this goal. Maybe books you want to read, or maybe you want to take an online course or get a coach in that area or something like that. And the third and final step is to enter in your calendar deep practice time for that skill. This is crucial. You can't finish this process without actually going to your calendar and putting blocks of time in to develop that skill, and not just with passive learning and just doing learning for the sake of it, but you need to develop a practice of deep practice, which is the ability to engage with learning in a very, very intense level, so that when you have those practice blocks, you're making real progress in that skill area. And that might mean doing a lot of repetition, it might mean reading, it might mean watching a video, it might mean working with a professional, whatever it is. Make sure that those practice times are deep practice times. So the second shift is to make sure that you're developing these key skill areas, because there's nothing that separates you from being world class in your niche, in your business, in your career, than besides just developing that skill set and becoming the best in your industry. All right, on to the third and final mental shift. But before I do that, if you're enjoying this content so far, drop a comment below with the biggest takeaway you've gotten from this video. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are. All right, so the third and final mental shift is to face your walls head on. And the essence of this shift is thinking about this question: what is the one mindset or behavior pattern that, if changed, would create the greatest amount of momentum in your life? What is the one thing that you could shift in the way you think or the way you do things that would increase your momentum towards your goal in the best way? If we can identify our main wall, the thing that's holding us back in our behaviors or mental patterns, then we can specifically diagnose it and overcome it, and then create a lot of forward momentum. You see, this is all about identifying the root problems in our lives of the ways that we interact and we think about things, and it's creating the right shift, the right change in the moment to be able to move forward. So say, for example, you have a behavior where you open up the laptop first thing in the morning and you instantly jump into a news or your email app, and you're wasting a ton of time doing that. A change you can make in your behavior right now is saying, you know what, in the morning, my phone, my computer, they're in the other room, and I'm writing out a list of my priorities for the day before I even open it up. The result of that, you're more focused and you're more productive throughout the day, and you're not living in reaction mode. Okay, let's say another example. You may have a bad mindset, like, I suck at presentations. That's obviously a negative mindset we need to change. So what's the change? The change could be writing down a powerful I am affirmation and repeating it every single day. I am great at communicating content, for example. The shift is now you're feeding your brain positive beliefs about yourself. You're overcoming that negative belief, and you're creating the results you want, which is being a better presenter overall. So these shifts, these walls are very, very specific to people. You got to figure out what the biggest wall is that's blocking you from attacking your goal, and you got to figure out what you need to change. This is all about being really real with yourself. What is the thing that is holding me back from my main goal right now? What is the change I need to make? And then make the change. It's that simple, but it's that difficult at the same time. Get real with yourself. What's the biggest behavior or mindset shift you need to make? Make that change and watch your results grow exponentially. All right, now you have those 3 key shifts. Remember, it's all about how you implement them. It's about taking action on one of these things today to get the results that you want. Intentional action is the key. How can you take one of these principles, implement it so that you can get the results that you want in your life? And hey, I do believe if you do these things, you are going to experience a greater level of success in your field, your endeavors, your career. You're going to experience more joy in the process. You're going to be able to lead others and guide others in a more positive direction. and I can't wait to see the results of that. And hey, my friend, until we speak next time, get out there and create the impossible in your life. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please take a moment to like and subscribe. It really helps spread the message. And hey, I know you're the type of person who has big dreams for your life. You've got goals and you want to create a better future for yourself and your family. As a personal development coach, it's my job to help you identify and take action on whatever your next step is. So please take action right now. Click the link in the video description and book yourself a free 30-minute clarity call with myself. We'll talk about you, your challenges, and what the exact next step is for you. I can't wait to see how I can help you create the impossible in your life. So if that would be of service to you, if that would help, click the link in the video description, and I can't wait to talk to you soon.